Okay, electric bike problems. Riding up a particularly steep hill and you'd think someone just turned the power off. So I had a look inside the battery compartment, because that's where I foolishly buried the fuse. Took the fuse out and found that it had blown. I put another fuse in, and just as I was putting it in, it arced across in such a significant way to tell me that, yeah, there's a short circuit in here somewhere. So that's where I am at the moment. Okay, so this is the controller. Basically the positive comes in here, the negative goes in there, and that is a switched negative output. So if it's already on resistance, if I put that across there and that across there, I'm expecting it to show a dead short. Come on. And it's not. Good start. Okay, very bad news. I can put a fuse in, I can get it to work, and I can get the controller to light up, and everything's happy, but only when I disconnect the motor. The motor's showing a resistance of about an ohm, so the motor appears to be dead short. This could be bad. So I've double checked this motor, and it's got about 1.1 ohms on it, which would mean on 36 volts it's going to be pulling about 40 amps, which is a lot more than the 10 it's supposed to be. Okay, so I think I found my problem. The motor actually checks out fine, but when I put my meter across the power output, like so, I can see that there's the full 38 volts sat across it, even though the throttle's off. I suspect what it is that the startup current on the motor is extremely high, and what's supposed to happen is the controller is supposed to feed it in gently, but for some reason the controller is dead short. So all the power is coming out to the motor. The motor's taking far too much current, and that's blowing the input fuse, which I appreciate is a 20 amp at the moment, but it will have a 15 in when it's running. Like I say, the motor seems to check out. Okay, so 10 days have passed. Where am I up to? Well, I heard that these controllers have an issue with their MOSFETs, and when I had a look at the circuitry, these components at the back here, I discovered this was a Schlockty diode and these two were MOSFETs. So I had to take the MOSFETs out and just give them a quick test, and I didn't actually get too far into testing them, but what I did realise is that even though they're exact same components, they are actually measuring differently, which would suggest that one of them has failed. So I didn't really put any more effort into it, and all I went and did was went out and bought myself a new set of MOSFETs, reasonably priced, and I thought, sod it, I'll just change it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reassemble it with the new MOSFETs in, but there doesn't seem to be any heat compound on the MOSFET, so I thought I'd try it with heat compound, because it might be an overheating issue. Okay, so the MOSFETs are in. So there's two checks I want to be doing. First thing is turn the power on, make sure that fuse doesn't blow, that yellow one there. And secondly, that there is no output voltage after I've turned it on. But not blowing the fuse is obviously the first one. So here we go. That's good. Now we appear to have voltage. Now what does that mean? Okay, so a self-test is giving me this, and I don't know what that means, so I'll have to find out. Okay, so I think I've discovered this number 5, which is wheel fault, which would kind of make sense because I haven't actually connected it yet. So, moment of truth, I'm going to have to connect the motor and power it up and see if she blows the fuse, eh? Okay, wheels reconnected, here we go. Whoa! Right, okay. So that's powered on okay. Right, I'm going to try the self-test again. Takes two hands, unfortunately. Okay, I've got 5 lights. That one's obviously the throttle, so that's okay. Light number 2, wasn't it? Pedal sensor is that one. Yep, so the pedal sensor's working alright. Right. Want the truth. Will it power the wheel? Power off. Power on. Okay, she's back. So it was. Pesky little MOSFET. So I've just got to hope now that the application of a bit of heat compound will mean that it won't happen again.